Hey guys, SickMotion here with the patch 6.6 notes. I totally forgot I had to do these. I'm gonna try and raffle through them quick. Been super busy. I don't have much time right now, but we'll scroll through them. We'll skip as much as we can. It'll be a TLDR. Some people will like that. New champion, Space Dragon Storm Spirit Bomb Builder is out this patch. I don't know if he's out yet. I think he might have just came out. I'm not sure. Nerf to Alistar's heal, so less sustain in that lane. He still has all that CC though, which is really strong. Um, More Azir stuff. Sand Soldiers no longer apply Fervor. And there's another bug that was fixed. There's always Azir stuff. We skip Azir stuff. We know that by now. Cho'Gath's Feast now gives 10, 20, 30 per stack per level of the ultimate. At level 6, that'll be 180 extra health from his Feast, which is a nice buff, but it's also it's not going to be the make or break in a lot of situations. I mean, if you're that low, like you probably luck or dogged a close fight or something. But it's definitely helpful to have. Um, Echo, I think he got buffed last patch and he's getting buffed again. Haven't seen that many being played, but he might start getting played. These ones are actually pretty nice. He gained movement speed buff on his passive. It starts off 10% higher and scales faster to the 80% where it still caps out at 16. And his E received a cooldown buff where it's 2 seconds shorter at level 1. Still the same at level 5, but at level 1 it's 2 seconds shorter, so that's really actually pretty great. Fiora, she got gutted pretty hard in multiple ways, at least her like the way she was being played. Your flat full tank Fiora still doing maximum true damage percentage health is now 2% base rather than 3, and the ratio has actually been increased to 4.5 at all levels rather than scaling up to at level 18 per bonus 100 attack damage. But a lot of Fioras would be building like more tanky-ish and then just relying less on the AD ratios, but now they kind of it's changed a little bit. It's a little bit of a nerf there. Also, the slow on her E got nerfed really hard. It's only a 30% slow, down from 40 at level 1, and it was 60 at level 5, but now it's just 30 flat, and you lost bonus range on it as well. So she got gutted pretty hard. I've been playing Fiora a little bit still. With the time it change that it cleaves without upgrading it to a Hydra is actually kind of nice for just getting it for the early wave clear without having to spam mana to wave clear. But other than that, she got gutted pretty hard. Janna nerfs. I hate playing against Janna, so that's great. Less attack damage on the shield and disable duration on the R is less as well. Jace got some pretty nice quality of life buffs here as well. Flat mana on his Q, it doesn't go up per level anymore. The base damage has gone up, I think it's 10 per level, and the bonus attack damage has gone up by zero point 0.2. So your Q will start hitting for a lot more, and you still don't cost that much mana, which will be nice if you're using it to like wave clear a lot. You'll notice that too. Callista, base attack speed nerf, attack speed growth stat nerf as well. Um, the passive damage on her W, big nerf as well. Callista now passively grants bonus attack speed based on her level whenever she's near her Oathsworn, so it kind of thematically promotes that gameplay, but also does give her that bonus attack speed. But you already lost that attack speed, so now you just kind of have to play like that, or you're just gibbled. And her R distance to pull them out of the shit show is 300 less, so just big Callista nerfs across the board. Callista's very annoying to play against, so I don't play her. That's great. Karma Shield got just flat buffed on the Defiance, which is goes by the level of your ultimate, but since you start with it, you have 4 possible levels it could be. And the ability power ratio also got doubled from 0.3 to 0.6, so you don't see very many Karmas. She's actually quite strong and annoying to play against when you do see them, but you don't see them, and I guess they're trying to like make you see them more. And I'm sorry to anyone who has to play against Karma. Q buff on Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix actually got buffed pretty huge here. It's only a 0.5 second cooldown buff, but if you look at it, when the cooldown's already that low and you take just a flat zero point 0.5 off of it in the period of say like 10 or 15 seconds, it becomes very, very noticeable. A lot of times when you don't get the kill by like 1 second on your cooldown after fighting for 12 seconds, you would have got it here. Also, the cooldown on his W is decreased by a full 1 second, so that'll definitely help him get more sustain out of that or chase down people. Lulu got nerfed. Her whimsy ratio is 5% for bonus 100 ability power, and the movement speed duration is also nerfed. At one point, there was the movement speed duration, I think it was 5 seconds at all levels of whimsy. So at least we're not living in those dark times anymore. I hate playing against Lulu as well. A lot of people will agree. So Lux's boomerang shield got changed that when it boomerangs back to anyone that was hit by the previous one, it automatically hits Lux, obviously, because you cast it. But anyone that is gets both pass-throughs, rather than refreshing if you already have the shield from the second or the first one, it now stacks. So you kind of get double shield, regardless if your first shield was fully gone or it was fully stacked. The missile speed's a bit slower on the way out, but accelerates back to Lux faster after reaching its max range. And the shield amount, the base amount, got nerfed. Not by half, though. So the base amount got nerfed a bit, almost to half, but not quite half. And the AP ratio got nerfed as well, almost to half, but not quite half. So if you're getting hit by both pieces of the shield, it's actually going to be better now, rather than refreshing a shield that you might have not used. But if you only get hit by one activation of it, it's going to be worse. Maokai, this is a change that I'm actually surprised about, that it wasn't just done when they put magic resist growth stat onto certain tankier top lane champions. When you think about Maokai, like magic sapper tree thematic, and he didn't have that, that's quite surprising. So it's kind of like, I've expected this forever. I'm surprised it wasn't in the game. The sapling toss duration goes up per level now, so rather than just being 35 seconds flat, it's 40 up to 60 that it lasts for, so that'll be really cool. And so saplings no longer stack on top of each other. Instead, they shuffle a short distance away from each other. So no more stacking 100 saplings on top of each other thinking it's one and getting one hit by AP Maokai, unfortunately. That was always fun to do. So there's some mixed things about the Yi. A lot of people are banning Yi a lot more now because they think he got buffed, but he actually got nerfed here. The base damage on his E was increased. However, the total attack damage, or the ratio was changed to 0.25 at all levels rather than scaling up. But a lot of people don't realize this is total attack damage and this is bonus attack damage. So it's designed at hitting the Yi that just builds pure like tanky-ish and just relies on his base, because bonus attack damage isn't going to be there if you're just stacking a lot of health and like Dead Man's Plate and stuff. Big change to Nidalee. She no longer snares jungle monsters when she hunts them, and her pounce no longer resets her auto attack, and the base damage is it's slightly higher, but not resetting the auto attack is quite a change too. Orianna, big quality of life buff here. Her Q scales up to 50 mana, but at level 1 it's 30 mana. So that's just a huge early lane buff. It's just insane how high that is. I expect that that's actually going to be reverted a little bit. Quinn, some nerfs on her Q. The duration of the blind is half a second less. So you're going to be raged out and frustrated half a second less. The cooldown as well got increased as it scales. Long story short, Shyvana total attack damage on her bite scales up to 200 still, but gives you less early on. So it's, if you want that bonus attack damage, total attack damage scaling, you have to actually level it, rather than just being like the difference between level 1 and 5 being 20%. Who cares? Some changes on Twisted Fate's visual effects blah blah. Doesn't matter that much. Runic Echoes got nerfed 20 base damage, which I mean today I played Elise and I missed a lot of kills by about 20 damage, so make or break there. But a lot of times it's gonna not be the end of the world. It's based on like champions that are just building it and then going tanky. The base damage is what they're kind of relying on, so it's got hit a little bit. Here's the change to the timing. The first time I played a game after this patch, I didn't realize that I saw this. The cleave is now just per auto attack, so it's going back to the old cleave. It still has the active cleave, but every auto attack cleaves. The build path is now longsword, rejuvenation, bead plus money, rather than pickaxe in there. The Ravenous still has a pickaxe in it, but the Titanic Hydra does not have a pickaxe in the combination. So I ended up going for a Titanic Hydra. I had a pickaxe in my inventory and realized I didn't need it. The attack damage on the Timon also got cut down by 10, which is quite a huge nerf. So now it kind of more fits its role for what you want it to do with like cleaving down a wave rather than just like a burst kind of item with that extra AD. And there's the Ravenous build, Hydra build path being changed. 15 flat damage off of the Titanic, which is actually quite big. It still does everything like it did before, but 15 flat damage, say you get off like 6 hits, that's quite a bit of damage by the end of things. As Drop Portal got changed quite substantially here as well. Just basic, easy to see nerfs. Armor magic resist reduced by 5. The health of it got changed to 5, sort of like a pink ward. You can only hit for 1 per hit. Unsure. I'm assuming it does work the same, like Renekton's W that shows as 2 hits would 2 hit off of it rather than just 1. I'm assuming. Has a bit of changes other than that as well, and gives more gold when you kill it too. Some changes to the crafting system that I'm not really going to go over here. Custom game lobbies forget to show you the invite button. I guess there's a bug with that. Some bug fixes here, and the new skin for the new champ. So we actually managed to rifle through that quicker than I expected. I'm kind of happy here. So hopefully that helped you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment if you'd like, and if you are new to the channel, hit the sub button. I do these for every patch, and there's other videos on here as well. Social media and my stream link is in the description as well. And I'm considering Red Mercy came up to me and was like, "Hey man, your patch note videos are dry and super boring." I was like, "Oh man, that hurts." He's like, just spice them up a little." And I was considering doing that. I was actually going to try maybe doing that today, but I totally forgot I had to do this video and wanted to actually just get it done so there was one. So maybe for next one, hopefully, if I'm a little less busy. My birthday's tomorrow, so that's part of the reason I'm really busy right now. Maybe for the next patch, we'll try something a little different. Still all the same content here, but maybe the video will be a little less dry, and Nerd Mercy can get off my back. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.